Alright, so here we are. This is the end of the TTZ versus Frank Lampard series. We are just going to go over the stats, kind of check out the other leagues, and some other interesting things. First thing we're going to do is check out Team of the Season. We got Grimes and we got Milan. That's it. And then we got, I don't know how to say that guy's name in goal. Viguru? I don't know, but I have used him before. He's alright. Davis, Hughes, Styles, Manhoef, Aaron Ramsey, who won Player of the Season, Gus Harmer, who's ex-Coventry, Akpom, and Ayu. Okay, so before we have a look at the in-game stats, we're gonna have a look at our final squad. So here we go. We got Hadji Wright 75, Radoni 76, which I believe actually isn't our highest rated. We got Milan at 77, and Rushworth at 77, sorry, as well. A lot of 73s, 74s throughout the squads. Obviously, when we get to Premier League level, you would like to improve. I said this before, but I'll say it in this episode as well. I'm really looking forward to the summer. Who we bring in, who stays, who goes. I'm sure there'll be some curveballs in there, but I'm looking forward to it. Right, squad hub time. Let's look at everyone's stats. Ben Wilson didn't really play that much, and he really played in the Carabao Cup, and we gave him that little 10-minute cameo at the end of the season. So I won't talk too much about him. Brad Collins had a couple games in the Cup, but I'm sure he did well in League 1. Dovin only played one game, more than real life, didn't play IRL at all. But we decided to play him in the FA Cup, and he got a clean sheet, so that's lovely. Carl Rushworth, what more do I want to say about this guy? He is a legend. 24 clean sheets. Just, honestly, I'm gonna say a controversial statement, but I did a commentary save at the start of the year, and I used him for all the seasons, and he is the best goalkeeper in the game. I'm a bit biased, but he was unbelievable. Brow only played 12 games, but he's okay. Nothing crazy. Probably not going to play Premier League football. Bidwell, obviously getting on. Surprise stat about Bidwell, but he was the last person to score in the save. I definitely didn't expect that going into this. De Silva played a massive part in the season, IRL and in save. 5 assists, which I think went under the radar. And very solid player. Whether he starts in the Prem, who knows? Lati Bodier did alright. Didn't really do much in the first half, like in real life. But second half, he was utilised a bit more. I actually like Lati. I don't think he will play Premier League, but I think he's solid. Wolfenden, in my opinion, probably should have played more, considering he has Premier League experience and all this. And, we brought in buddy thingy, what's his name? Bringing in Onyenka for Premier League experience. We did that with Wolfenden, but Wolfenden really didn't play. So a goal in the FA Cup, but nothing really else to talk about. Didn't really play that much. Kitchen was solid, very physical. I think Championship level, he's great. I don't know if he'll do alright in the Prem. Bobby Thomas, I anticipate stays and does well in the Prem, and he's still young. He's very physical and does well from corners and set pieces. Milan, I anticipate staying as well. He is a massive part of the season. Plays a lot of football. You never really see him not on the pitch. 2 goals, 6 assists. So good season for him. Kesler Hayden. I mean, naturally, with Milan playing so much football, you don't really see much of him, but when he does play, he's pretty solid and decent off the bench. 1 goal, 3 assists. Matt Grimes, 50 appearances. I mean, he's a man that's always on the field. 2 assists, probably from corners. I don't know how many he has at IRL, but Matt Grimes, I really like him. Similarly to Rushworth, in my Cov save, he is generally just unbelievable. You wouldn't think it as well. Like, looking at his base stats, I mean, he's good at passing. He's pretty slow, but he's just Similar to IRL, he's just you get him on the ball, he will find a good pass, and it's just you need that in a team. Mason Clark had a good year, 14-7. Don't mind better Mason Clark, I like him a lot. Raphael's out on loan. Jamie Allen, solid. He's leaving the club. I reckon he'll join a championship club or maybe League One. Who knows? But wish him the best in the future. Onyenka, obviously, played a massive part IRL. He has a lot of experience and helped us. I'm pretty sure we are signing him IRL, so hopefully that goes through and is helpful. Torp, in save, didn't do too much compared to IRL. I think IRL he did a lot more. But of course, still played his part. And I really like Torp as a player and in game as well. 1 goal, 4 assists. Nothing crazy, but hey ho. Josh Eccles, second half of the season really surprised me. Before this, I didn't really ever consider playing Eccles as a 10. I always played Eccles as a CDM. But he's proved to me that he has ability to do that. I would like to see him get some Premier League football just because naturally he is Cov and one of our own and all that. But will he play a lot of football? I'm not so sure. Kai Andrews had his period at the start of the season, but he went out on loan in real life. So in save we didn't really use him in the second half, so he didn't play that much. But I like Andrews. Hopefully he develops well and he does alright. Jack Rodoni had his injury problems, but still played 40 games. Naturally, in the save, he did in the games he was injured IRL. On the bench, he came off and did a lot. So 4 goals, 10 assists for him. Yang didn't use him a lot. IRL didn't use him a lot. In save didn't use him a lot. Don't have much to say. Sakamoto, what's the season this guy's had? In all the seasons I've done with Cov, this year, last FC, whatever, I've never had a better season with Sakamoto. He was unbelievable. And I'm glad it was for this season. It was. I'm glad. I feel like, in a FIFA sense, people will, the people that aren't Cov fans who do a Cov career mode might look at Sakamoto and be like, he's 30, he's 29, he's not going to grow, he's not very good. But in a Cov sense, he's unbelievable. And he's definitely one I would like to keep. Markello didn't really do much, only used him 4 times. I'm not really sure about the signing. I don't really get it, to be honest. But he's still young and hopefully there's something there. SA, I like. Wish I got to use him a bit more, I'll say about SA. 4 goals, 3 assists. Not too bad. Yeah, just wish I could use him a bit more. Like him, and obviously, if you extended the save and whatnot, it would have been, nice to see a higher rated version of SA and see what he can really do. Thomas Asante had a good year. 43 games, 11 goals, 9 assists. Pretty decent. As a striker, didn't really do much, but Frank liked to use him as a cam, as a winger, and I don't mind it. Again, what his future is here, who knows? If he has a good World Cup, maybe he stays. Who knows, honestly. But I like Thomas Asante. He's decent. Hadji Wright, another World Cup player for us. One of the two. 23 goals, 15 assists. What a guy. I like Hadji Wright. He always, in a FIFA sense, he's always such an interesting one because he's a little bit older, so naturally he doesn't grow as much. But I've done some cool things for Hadji Wright over the last few Cov saves I've done, so I really like him. And hopefully he stays, and I don't think he'll start, but hopefully he has a chance in the Premier League. Ellis Sims did alright in save, 12 and 10. Maybe IRL he gets his chance. Purely on the basis it's like he's quite physical, so he might do alright in the Prem, but in a FIFA sense, I've never been too crazy about Sims. I've always preferred Hadji Wright. And yeah, that's just the truth. And Norman Bassett, yeah, he's not involved in the squad. So looking at the stats overall in the Championship, top goal scorer was not Hadji Wright, it was Jordan Ayew for Leicester with 23. And also Aaron Ramsey, 23. And Akpom on 22. So Yeah. Taki Sakamoto's up there as well with 16. He did really well. And there's a few other good people up there. Haji Wright also second in assists, which is rather cool actually. Asante up there as well at 9. A lot of appearances off the bench, so clearly a very good impact. And then we got a couple more boys here. Clean sheets, no surprise, it's Carl Rushworth. I love Carl Rushworth in game and in save, in real life as well. I mean, he is generally just one of the best keepers. And then average rating, player of the season was Aaron Ramsey, but Jordan Ayew had more average rating. And surprisingly, well, maybe not surprisingly, but Frank Nyanka's high up there after coming in January. And of course, Matt Grimes up there as well. So, a few more things. Actually, while we're here, let's look at the Premier League. Liverpool win pretty convincingly. Real life champions Arsenal come third. Spurs get Conference League. Man United miss out on European football. Bournemouth miss out on European football. West Ham actually survive. Leeds, Wolves, and Burnley. So Wolves don't finish bottom. That's interesting. Yeah, West Ham get relegated in real life. They stay up in save, which is nice. And of course, obviously, Spurs had their whole drama of like, they're back. Will they get relegated? They obviously do a lot better in the game. Quick little look at League One. Bolton won. Cardiff won. I don't know if I can actually watch the playoffs. No, I can. That's awesome. Luton win the playoffs, which is pretty cool. For League 2, Notts County win the playoffs, alongside Shrewsbury, MK Dons, and Crawley. How do you Oldham get on? Bromley 16th, Oldham 20th. Of course, Bromley won the league. I know that. Cambridge, I'm pretty sure, did alright. And then these guys would get relegated to National League, but that's not a thing. Who actually got relegated from League 1? Northampton, Bradford, Stockport, and Mansfield. Wow. FA Community Shield was won by Liverpool. That's pretty awesome. FA Cup was won by Man United, who beat Spurs, who beat Liverpool, who beat Luton, who beat Ipswich, who beat Millwall. Cool. Carabao Cup was won by Arsenal, who beat Spurs. That's cool. Beat Chelsea, beat Burnley, and Shrewsbury. That's pretty cool. Virtue Trophy was won by Cardiff. And then going into other competitions, the big one, who is promoted to the Championship, or to the Premier League, sorry, through the playoffs. It is Swansea. Ipswich do not make it to the Premier League. Hull City do not make it to the Premier League. So we got Leicester, who got relegated, us, who we won in real life, and Swansea, who came... Where did Swansea come? Swansea came 11th. So, very different. UEFA Super Cup was won by Spurs, which is, again, very different from real life. Champions League was won by Real Madrid, which is different. They beat Paris, who ended up winning in real life. Real Madrid beat Napoli. I don't think they would be. Although they did make it into the round of 16. They beat Marseille. I don't think they'd be into playoffs. Nah. And then they came 8th in the league stage. In the Europa League, we have Notts Forest, which is rather cool. I think that's the same final as real life. Villa Forest. No? No, it was Villa someone else. It was the Bundesliga team. It was, let me find them. Freiburg. Was it? Was it Freiburg? I can't remember. And then the Conference League was won by Crystal Palace, which I'm pretty sure they did IRL as well, which is rather cool. And we got the Men's International Cup, which is the World Cup. That's rather cool. I haven't actually simmed to see who's going to win that, but I'm also not going to do that. So that is it for in-game stats, but there's a few more things I want to talk about. So throughout this series, I've done a spreadsheet following all the results and comparing them to real life. Interestingly, we have got 3 of the same results. Matchday 14, we won 3-1 at home against Sheffield United. Matchday 23, we won 1-0 against Swansea. And on matchday 34, against Sheffield United again, we won 2-1 away from home. So that's actually really, really interesting. We got, like I said, in... I don't know if it was this one, but we actually got the same... We got more points than Frank, which is rather cool. FA Cup, we did better. Carabao Cup, we did better. So, that's awesome. And then going over here, I've done the league table in-game compared to the league table IRL. There's quite a few changes, which is awesome. But there are 4 teams that are exactly the same as in real life. Us, of course, Coventry at the top. Birmingham, we're in the same place in 10th. Watford is the biggest one. They got the same points and the same position. 16th and 57 points. I think that's just mental. And then Oxford were relegated in both the saves. Oh, and Sheffield Wednesday. I didn't realise that. Of course, Sheffield Wednesday came bottom. Except they actually got more points. I don't think they actually had a point deduction either, so that's probably why. Anything else that's shocking is obviously Leicester, automatic promoted, came second bottom. So not second top, but second bottom. That's rather interesting. I'm pretty sure... Yeah, West Brom got into the playoffs in the game, where in real life they just survived. Millwall, in-game, did really bad, but in real life came 3rd. Swansea, who won the league, or won the playoffs, came 11th. And I'm sure there's many other shocking things in there. I mean, Ipswich, the real life... the biggest one is the real life... 2 of the real life teams that got promoted didn't get promoted. Ipswich lost the playoff final, and Hull lost in the semis. So, very surprising, and I'm sure there's some other surprising things if you look closely enough. But yeah, that's going to wrap up the TTZ versus Frank stats episode. We are going to do one more video where it's basically all the games in one big episode. Kind of as like a movie style, all in one video. But yeah, this has been a very interesting project. I think realistically it's not something that's gonna happen in next FC, just simply because I think realistically it doesn't make sense to, because of how long each... Like, if I were to do it in real time compared to the games, like, it would be an episode per month, and that's just not how YouTube works. You need to be a bit more, like... If I'm doing a career mode save, you need to have it pretty consistently, so it just doesn't work in that sense. But I thought I'd try it with this save, and I thought it was a cool save. What I do with Coventry and career mode content, and obviously them being Premier League, who knows? I would like to do a career mode with Coventry in the Premier League. I am going to do it regardless. Just whether I do content on it, as I'm not sure. That is the truth. But hey, who knows? Obviously, I'm like the world's most consistent YouTuber. Lol. I love, buddy. I don't know. I have no clue what the future holds, but hey, isn't that fun? Thank you guys for watching, and whenever I'm here next, I'll see you then. See you.